All right, everybody. So we are back once again. Last session, you all finished your business at Shilku Bay, putting down an elemental being there that was threatening to destroy the entirety of what remained of the city and the surrounding area, poisoning the air for nearly a square mile all around the location. You were able to destroy the beast and dispatch its fire newt cultist servants, and in so doing uncovered a gem, a very pristine ruby gem that had been sitting at the bottom of the conflagration this elemental creature had created. And you picked it up and realized it to be a gem that's capable of summoning your own fire elemental. Pocketing this valuable trinket for later, you all returned to the city to continue your exploration, finding the ash drake that had inhabited the place both grateful but also still a bit wary of your presence, insisting that no one disturb the bodies of those that were left behind. Deciding that whatever rules and regulations this drake might put in place are problems for the Flaming Fist when they arrive, you all did leave the city of Shilku behind after doing some more searching carefully, and returned to the Serpent, to the ship that had been waiting for you all. As agreed upon, the ship did pick you up at the agreed upon location, and after a much safer journey back, you all found yourselves back at Port Nyanzaru. After, of course, reporting back to Liara Porter, receiving your reward, she allowed you to pick some items out from her own personal stores. And then you all made your way back to Port Nyanzaru to report back to Sindra Sylvain and, of course, Wakanga, the merchant prince who is essentially sponsoring you all currently. He's the one whose word is giving you the leverage that you need to maneuver throughout the city. And hoping to get a good word with Wakanga, Captain Liara Porter was more than generous and, transparent with her dealings and intentions, hoping to forge an alliance with Wakanga. It is just after this meeting with Wakanga that we meet back up with you all. I believe you all were on your way to the Temple of Savras to speak to one Grandfather Zatembe, who Wakanga had informed you all might have some leads onto the source of the death curse. So, we are currently here, moving between Wakanga's palace to the Temple of Savras, which is not too far from where you currently are. Is there anything that you all would like to do in the meantime, before you get there?
What is this?
That, I believe, is a watchtower. I'll double check right now. Oh, it is interesting that you would point that out, because that is a Temple of Sune.
Oh!
Not for this game exactly, but that is in fact the Temple of Sune.
I'm just drawn to it, I guess.
Right?
What do you guys want to do?
I was gonna ask the same question.
Banth, what do you want to do?
Didn't we talk about going back to the fighter's pit?
Oh, we did.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now we have a pirate.
Oh my god, you have no idea how fitting that is.
Oh, Sam. Oh.
Elephant Man Sam, you will be remembered.
Oh.
What?
Elephant Man
Don't
Sam
worry.
was the first casualty in our Curse of Strahd campaign.
Yeah.
He was a professional wrestler from Ravnica, a Loxodon professional wrestler from Ravnica,
Yeah.
who wore a bright yellow and orange neon jumpsuit
Yeah.
and snowboarding glasses.
Like the Hulk.
Yes.
All right.
Hulk
then.
Hogan.
Mm-hmm. Macho Man Randy Savage was the voice. Oh yeah!
Oh
The Elephant Man is gonna break you down! And then he died.
And then he died.
And then he died.
I need him and Daisy in a campaign.
All right, everybody. So, the fighting pit, it is... We will... I forgot completely what time of day it is, so we will simply say that it is midday and all things in the city are available to you at the moment.
Okay.
Let's go fight. We got like a fancy pirate with us now. We can do this.
Pirate. Oh.
Go for the high end, the high rank one. Because didn't we do like the
Awesome.
mid tier fight last time?
You did, and you defeated
Yeah.
them quite handily.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are there people here who can make outfits?
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of clothiers here in the city.
Okay, because I need like a kobold onesie PJ set.
A kobold onesie PJ set, you say?
What?
Yes.
I need the goblin one if we're
Indeed.
doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of clothiers here. A garment of that style and size would likely only run you about 5 silver.
I'm doing it.
Fantastic.
Can I
So
find a
are we
similar looking-
to assume that you all are heading towards the fighting arenas currently? Because that would
Yeah.
take you right past the Grand Souk and the Red Market, which are both the places that you would be purchasing things like this.
Yes.
Okay. What's a plot?
Trust the
Who needs
process.
it? Fantastic. All right.
This is what we will be wearing for the rest of the campaign.
All right. So, yeah, depending on the quality and craftsmanship that you would like, depends on where you would purchase it and how much it would be. So, both of your onesies could come from either the Grand Souk, which would be the place where you would get it from fine imported silk, and would likely cost you 2 gold. And the Red Bazaar is where you would find a more practical one, made by Choltons for Choltons, that would likely only cost you about 5 silver, but it wouldn't be as elaborate or as fancy, but it would certainly be more functional.
Take my 2 gold.
Nice. Mossrot flowing with the silks.
I think
Wonderful.
I want to just get a really like elaborate goblin beanie with like the ears sticking off.
Yes.
For your kobold to wear. That is wonderful. All right.
Mine has like jewel-looking eyes so that it like they sparkle.
Wonderful. All right. So, these are pretty unique commissions. So we will maintain the price of 2 gold, but we'll say that you will need to pick them up at the end of the day. It'll take their
Okay.
clothiers some time to produce.
Worth every penny. We're gonna need to make some art for this.
Oh no.
I mean, just the onesies, probably? Or are you gonna do it, with Sal in the onesie?
You could probably feed Sal into AI and say in a onesie and it would do it.
In a goblin onesie.
Okay, we've got something to do this afternoon.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I'm on it.
Is anybody else clothes shopping?
No.
Okay. Chaos.
Asim is concerned that if these two ever get mad at one another, they're just going to try to skin one another to do this in real life.
Ah! Got dark.
did.
Well, he is a warlock.
I thought you were gonna say kill one of them and then pretend to be them. Not skin them.
Nope,
Jesus
nope.
Christ.
You are the onesie now. Oh no. Okay. Before we get any further into that, let's go ahead and arrive at the gladiatorial arena. As you all arrive, you see the ringmaster, the same one who greeted you all before. He immediately recognizes you. He rushes up to you and, "Welcome, welcome, it's wonderful to have you here. People have been asking about you. You've been gone for so long, I was worried that the jungle might have taken you, but now you are here. Are you looking for a fight?"
Yeah,
I suppose
but,
we are.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Always.
As I said, there are many, many who are eager to see you. Wait here. We shall spread the word throughout the city. It will be a fight. Well, let me see. What kind of fight are you all interested in? We do have a opponent who would be more than suitable of a challenge for you if you prefer to go the more traditional route. Terrible T has been looking for a good fight and would be quite the crowd pleaser to see all of you go up against. However, if you wish for a no-holds-barred match, we will double your gold, and you are likely to see double the audience witnessing it.
How deadly are we talking about this?
Well, the no-holds-bars match is simple. We bring in a deadly creature from within the deeps of the jungle, one that has not yet been known to be defeated, so that the scholars and the adventurers can witness you defeat the creature, or die horribly to it so they know how not to.
Are we gonna get paid?
Oh, you'd be paid quite considerably, double our normal fee. The only, of course, drawback to the no-holds-bars match is that our healers do not intervene. If you are killed, and it is all for the greater science of the matter, so that others can understand how dangerous these creatures are.
Well, how confident is everyone feeling?
We got this.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, there
Yeah,
is the
also
fight against
undefeated.
Terrible T, who is just going to be a standard fight, much like your last one. If anyone goes down, you'll be healed. Or they bring in something from the jungle that they do not realize, that they do not understand how to defeat yet, and watch you all either die to it or defeat it. For posterity.
All I'm picturing is like the undead Tyrannosaurus spitting out dead zombies out of its mouth.
Are we facing Juraxis? Wait.
I'm up for fighting something from the jungle.
Guys, to be totally fair, we are also undefeated.
Indeed.
Excellent point.
Hey, Sam is just watching them talk themselves into this with a look of mild horror on his face.
And we got the fancy pirate.
Yeah.
We do.
I mean, yeah, I'm good for whatever you guys want.
All right. Okay, everybody. Everybody should be well rested at this point. Everybody should be healthy and hale. Wouldn't want anybody to be going into this situation unprepared.
Why do I feel like we just signed up for
Yeah,
certain death?
Yeah.
I've never been prepared a day in my life.
I'm
ready
not
for
about to
Dark
start
Number
now.
4. Yay!
It's like that. Is it Critical Role where it's like die with dignity? We've never had dignity. In our life.
Yeah.
When does the new season of that come out? We just got season 2. I want season 3 already, damn it.
Probably next
So
year.
good.
No!
Although Mighty Nine might come later in the year.
Oh,
so we'll
Mighty
see.
9. I really want Mighty 9. Like, I really want to see that
It's gonna be
animated.
really
It's
good.
going to be fun.
Is that the one with not the brave and
Not
Jester?
the Brave and
Yeah.
Jester. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All the lewd drawings that Amazon can possibly allow. I wonder if there's like a quota that they're gonna have to like try and like not go over.
I don't know. But they specifically went with Amazon because Amazon was willing
Yeah.
to let them do the most.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here we go. You all spends about an hour getting yourselves ready in the pre-arena. No one will tell you anything about the creature that you are to face, as that's part of the thing, right? Going up against it unprepared, so that it's only your wits and your weapons against whatever you may face. The crowd begins to gather. Lots of people here. Quite the gathering. The auditorium is filled. The Coliseum packed with observers. A lot more than just the rabble that you all witnessed on the first day that you were here. This time there's a lot of people with notebooks, a lot of adventurers, a lot of people that seem to be eager to see how you deal with this thing that's about to be brought up against you. And as you all gather at one side of the arena, the ringleader enters out through the other side, and behind him is 6 very, very nervous-looking guards who wheel out a closed crate on a dolly behind him. He gestures and he says, "Welcome, welcome, everybody! We're pleased to give you this educational experience today, and we thank our volunteers here. Well, paid volunteers, that is, for their efforts. We hope them the best of luck, and may we all learn from this experience, so we may face less perils in the jungle. This thing," and he kind of steps a little bit closer to the crate, pulls out a handkerchief and holds it up to his nose, "has tormented the outskirts of the city for days now. Finally able to capture it, we discovered dozens more of them may be infesting our nearby jungles, and so it becomes important that we learn to defeat it and what it is capable of. Ladies and gentlemen, hold close your stomachs, for this is a quite terrible sight that you shall behold, and even more terrible stench." He looks towards all of you. "Best of luck." And they all kind of retreat back. You can see several of them holding onto ropes that are still attached to the crate. They all get behind a door and swing the crate open. And crawling out on several tentacle-like appendages appears to just be a mass of tangled roots and bulbous growths making up the pods of this strange flower that emerges from the crate. Looking a bit closer, you can see that there are several skeletons embedded in the base of the flower.
The fuck is that?
Each of the pods, a bit of blood on the tips of them as if they had been consuming flesh. It pauses for a moment as if smelling the air, and then begins to advance on you all. Roll initiative.
The thing looks crazy, man.
Whose fucking idea
Why did
was
we
that?
sign up to fight this?
You guys
Who thought
wanted
this was a good idea?
The kobold and the god.
As you all say this, the walls of the arena shoot up in bars. You hear the sound of metal clunk, 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 as an iron cage forms over the top of all of you.
Oh my god.
Well-
We're dead.
My god.
My god.
I phone y'all.
I'm gonna clap Manth on the back and be like, "Go get him, buddy!"
My god, that's gotta be Kane. Anyway, enough of the pro wrestling. Let's do this.
Oh my god, alright, I gotta roll initiative for this thing.
Oh, Asim, go get him, buddy.
Okay.
I guess we're having the day we deserve.
Okay, I gotta restart the APIs real quick. Everybody stand by. Stand by.
Ending.
Hold. Hold.
Rod, are you fully rested?
I think that's what I noticed. Why I noticed the APIs, because I'm showing Mossrod at 32 of 32, but still yellow bar. So restart APIs. There we go. Mossrod, can you move your token back and forth?
Yes. Whee.
There we go. All right. Now I should be able to get token actions for this thing. Sweet. Initiative. Oh, the fight music ended. Everybody, you're safe.
Hooray!
Oh, okay, good. We can just leave.
We win.
Yay.
Are we?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
the crowd starts cheering. Yay, you won.
Okay, it got an impressive initiative roll. All right, everybody. Best of luck to you. Asim.
First thing that seems going to do is fire off from a trend because he does not necessarily want to get. He figures the more hit points he has, the better.
Okay.
So, 5. It's okay. 8 temporary hit points, not bad. And his familiar is going to come up here to do the flyby action.
Okay.
And he is going to step over here to the side. And I'm Uttering out a few words, he's just going to, well, fire at this thing.
As one does. 18 hits solidly.
Assuming it
11 force. Fantastic.
11 force damage, and let me just double check. I believe it now has to make a wisdom saving throw, though I think it's only 12 to pass. Or else it is. Yeah, once during each of your turns, we hit a creature with an attack roll, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw.
The plant
And if
is
they-
unaffected by your frightful visage.
Okay.
Doesn't have eyes, it seems.
Well, the only effect you notice is it just isn't frightened. That's all what he knows.
Hmm.
He wasn't sure if a plant could be scared or not, but I just figured his thing was attacking it. But that is his move.
Alright, alright. Okay. Banth.
Okay, so Banth will pull out his short bow and take an attack with that.
20 hits. Solid hit.
And he gets sneak attack.
From the owl, yes.
Just check.
Ooh, nice hit. 17 points. Very nice.
And that's him.
Okay. You see the flower, this bulbous growth of plant life, begin lashing out tentacles in your direction and pull itself slowly and steadily across the ground towards you all. It moves slow, monotonous, its vines only able to pull its impressive bulk so far. It stops directly in front of you, and you see a regurgitation begin within the deep bowels of its viney interior, and you begin to hear "Rrrr, rrrr," and an orifice at the front of the plant opens, and out plops a partially digested corpse, which then stands
Oh my god.
and lurches towards Banth.
Is that how I looked when I puked up the gold?
Baby?
Banth, the zombie. Oh, we're off to a great start, everybody. It does crit on that hit.
Oh, that rolled open.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and so you all saw the crit.
Yeah.
You see it, Banth, 10 points.
Ouch. Okay.
That is the corpse flower's turn.
Alrighty. There's not that many of those zombies left, so I am going to cast. Yeah, let's do guiding bolt at first level at the corpse flower.
Nice.
I'm gonna take the sessional actually.
Yeah.
Starting early.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh,
But
huge hit,
Yeah,
though. Wow.
Oh my.
Indeed. So 24 points.
Yes.
Huge hit.
Guiding Bolt is just one where if you connect with it, you always want to take that session.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna move.
Oh,
over
Jesus.
here.
You took a crit, right? You took your sessional for that crit.
Yeah.
Roll 3d6 as 3 of those 6s are 1s.
Oh, 3d6. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. So we are going to add... What are we going to add? We are going to add 1, 6, 7. Add 7 to that damage total. So... Wow. Okay.
So, 15,
That'd be.
I already mathed it.
31.
I already took off the 9 and the 15. I just took off 7 more.
That's a nice hit.
Yeah, huge
Yeah.
hit.
I am moving over to my
Ooh.
left. I'm gonna distract the corpse flower, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Salazar.
I don't like that this thing is just spitting up zombies. So I think what Salazar is going to do is first take a step back. And then we are going to cast a flaming sphere
Ooh.
and bring it flying into the corpse flower. Right there.
Fantastic.
So that's a DC 13 dex save.
It, for its dexterity saving throw, does fail quite handily.
So it'll take 5 fire.
5 points of fire damage. So you're putting it right there next to it, slamming it into it?
We're going to put it right there.
Right in
between
front of
the
you.
corpse flower
Good
and the
call.
zombies.
Alright.
And then I think as a bonus action, we're just going to light up the staff.
Alright.
Kashlali. And that's going to be turn.
Moss.
Moss is gonna ask Asim if he has that cool horn.
No.
Dang it! Mossro's gonna take the long way around so she doesn't get by the zombie. Cause fuck that guy. And she's going to rage.
Rage! Goblin rage!
Oh, that was the wrong button. I'm sorry. It is a rage, but I wanted to see what wild surge she gets.
Got it.
3 is an intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or pixie, appears within 5 feet of one creature of my choice I can see within 30 feet. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes.
What
Each
the fuck?
creature within 5 feet of it must succeed dex saves or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again, summoning another spirit on each of my turns.
What
as
the
a bonus.
fuck is that?
Moss got bombs.
Hell yeah.
Bombs.
You're just
Flump
throwing
bombs.
flumps.
Flump bombs.
What kind of effect is that?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
An amazing one.
It is an amazing one. Okay.
Let's bump them up. Let's go.
Okay, I think this calls for
Lump bomb.
flumps. How do you fuck do you spell flump?
F-L-U-M-P-H. Flump.
Flump!
Is accurate.
Where are we placing flump number 1?
Number one's gonna be over here.
Are you sure? That would explode you too.
No, like,
Okay, got it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, like, sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Or flumps.
He's gonna, like, grab it by the eyes, whip it around over her head, and let it go.
What? Flump out! What?
Get flumped, motherfucker.
Oh, what is this?
Fire.
Asim is just staring in horror.
Oh my god. Okay.
And then for her actual action, we are going to hit it.
Why?
Poor thing.
Its eye stalks were used as, like, a sling.
He didn't deserve any of this.
Oh. We totally deserve this.
I mean, you don't know. The Feywild could pick like the most evil of flumps out there to get yeeted into this realm. You don't know. Unfortunately, Mossrot, your meat opener attack does miss.
She's laughing too hard.
All right.
Little goblin cackle.
Anything else?
No, she's rolling around the dirt cackling.
Asim.
Does the flump go boom?
Oh, the flump does go boom.
Yeah.
The flump does, in fact,
Yes.
go boom.
It doesn't.
That was for 3.
I already took the 3.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, this is
Asim blinks. Both flank and give a help action.
Okay.
And a question on
Yes.
the flaming sphere. Did it do any damage to the corpse flower?
It did. It did
seem to
not
be
do.
more or less.
It did
than
not seem to
expected.
be considerably more. but it just did its normal amount of damage. In fact, thank you for reminding me, because I did mean to mention, this plant seems to be excreting some sort of liquid sap whenever it gets exposed to extreme heat, preventing it from being vulnerable to such burning. You see the scholars all around beginning to take notes as they see this fiery effect take place.
I have the coolest attack ever, and it's no good.
It did normal damage, it just didn't do extra damage.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's time to... Well, he's just going to take another shot at it then.
And it started blasting. 17 hits. 9 force.
9 force. Might as well just start whittling it down.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Though... Yeah, I guess I'll... Well, since it's doing the flyby on that one, what it's going to do is... That was going to do the flyby, it's going to wind up here beside this zombie to attempt to give Banth some advantage against it.
Okay.
There we go.
Banth, you are up.
Okay, so as much as I want to take out the plant thing as quick as possible, so I can't spit any more zombies out, I am going to hit the zombie in front of me with my breathing.
Wise. Having a zombie in your face is always a dangerous prospect.
Yeah.
12 hits.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Zombies are slow and trundling. I think that might be the first time I've ever said the word trundling in a sentence.
Ooh, nice.
20. Very nice hit. Okay, fantastic. So, Banth, you eviscerate this thing. Guts compiling out of it. It is badly wounded and kind of just stumbling around, but it is barely standing.
Alright, I will, as a bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
And move up to here.
Okay.
And that's me.
Fantastic. Could somebody please roll a d4 for me?
Banth, you're a badass.
I'll do it.
Okay.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Ta-da.
A 3. All right. Blech.
Damn it. Damn
A
it,
1,
zombie.
a 2, a 3. So you all see the regurgitation motion start again, and it just spits out a whole ass zombie. And then the tentacles begin to lash about wildly, its vine-like appendages lashing out at... Lashing out at... Banth, could you please roll a D2 and pick high or low?
Okay, I'll go high.
All right. On a 2, it strikes not you.
Oh, how do I type
You
that?
got it? You just do it's a /R space and then 1d2. You almost got it.
Oh.
On a 2, it attacks not you. Here, I got it. So
Not you.
/R. There you go. Awesome. Oh, on a 1, that means it does attack you. So it's going to be Vera, Moss, and Banth. The vines lashing out 10 feet from the creature. Vera. 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
Moss. 19 to hit.
Meets it.
That is 13 bludgeoning. And 14 poison.
Ugh. So I half the bludgeoning?
Yes. Half round down, so 6 bludgeoning, 14 poison. Banth! Good luck! Tentacle! 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. That would have been pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah.
Let's just see what the damage would have been. Ooh, 14 and 12. Big
Yeah,
ol' oof.
I'd have been down.
No, man.
Now for the zombie! Vera! Zombie slam, 13 to hit, also miss. That does end the corpse flower's turn and brings us to you, Vera.
no.
Flaming sphere.
Flaming
Ending its turn near it does damage.
Oh yeah, it possesses the dumb. It will not move. All right. So just takes 5 damage. Or is it another save?
That's another save for another 2d6.
It does get a 15 this time.
That will save against my DC. It'll still take 1 fire.
1 fire. Instinctively recoiling away from the flames, though it doesn't have the intelligence to intentionally move away, it does have the primal instinct to avoid the fire. Vera.
I am gonna cast Shatter so I can get both Zombie and the Corpse Flower at level 2.
Okay, you can definitely get these 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going for the 2 in front of me. I'm gonna use
Got
my
it.
Channel Divinity Destructive Wrath.
Ooh, nice.
Or instead of 7 damage, which is gonna be 24.
So Constitution saving throw. DC, and you do max damage, so 24 full. Okay, so what is the DC? DC 12.
Yep.
Okay,
It's not great, but
not great. 12 or 24, still decent damage. I mean,
Yeah.
you for your just destructive wrath, you're already doing more than you would have off the flat roll. So
right.
destructive wrath, half on success. The zombie fails horrendously and explodes in a shower of gore. The corpse flower, however, does unfortunately succeed on the save.
Alright, that's fine. I am going to end my turn though on that.
Okay. Salazar.
We are going to run up and give a shillelagh
Shillelagh.
bonk at the zombie.
11 hits.
Oh, actually hits.
11 hits a zombie. Off
So
goes its
10
head.
damage.
Oh,
And then as
I
a
forgot
bonus-
to do something. One moment, please. We'll do it for both right now. Okay.
But
And
there's
how much
a
damage?
death
10?
curse.
They're already dead. They care not for the curse of the dead, for they already are among the dead. They both stay dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say 44 DC. Come on.
Yeah, that's. Oh, it's.
Salazar's just
I thought it was.
beating on this.
Oh no, it's 5. You're right. It's
Yeah.
5 plus. Yeah.
It's 5 plus the damage taken.
Yeah, still 39.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
And then as a bonus action, we're just gonna swing the flaming sphere around and whack the corpse flower again.
Whack. All right.
Just another dex save for another 2d6.
It does get a 14. Surprisingly dexterous, this clump of vegetation.
It'll still take 3 fire,
Right.
and that's going to be turn.
Moss.
All right. Flump.
Floomp.
Same thing. Lump for the corpse flower.
Dex save?
14. Ooh. DC 14, I think.
It does get a 19, taking half or none.
Oh. Let me double check. Hold on. Nope, I think it's none because it doesn't say. It
Got it.
says
Yep.
saving throw or take. Do you want to do save?
Yep. Okay.
That's sad. That was a good one. Okay. Stupid flumps. I'm gonna stab it. Does 13 hit the corpse flower?
13, I believe it do. It do.
It do!
10
Slashing.
slashing. All right.
Isn't it 12 because rage?
Indeed. Or is Rage already on there? Nope.
You.
I got you.
Right. Anything else from Moss?
No. She's mad about her flumps.
Asim.
Oh, excuse me. Asim is going to look at this. He is probably going to He's just gonna shoot this thing again.
Right.
He'll send his owl to do the little fly up for some open advantage for folks. And just that stream of blistering hot sand just kind of flies from his
Nice.
palm. 14.
14 does hit. For 11 force. Very
For
good, very
11
good.
force.
Okay. Alright, it's slowing down, beginning to bleed more and more of that strange sap from its body. It is clearly injured, but it's still moving. Anything else from Asim?
But that's it for the time being.
Habenth.
Okay, so Banth will take one of the silvered arrows out and knock it up and shoot at it.
23 hits. For 11 points, Banth, your arrow strikes into the creature. It does not appear to do any more damage, but you can see the arrow protruding from the hide of this creature.
That's me.
Okay. Would you like to disengage and move out of tentacle range?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Okay.
I definitely would.
All right.
Move back here.
Fantastic. Tentacles! All right. Tentacles. Salazar, it has to move out of range of Moss to do that. Oh no. All right.
Stab.
Okay. Well, it moves in a way that it can hit the most amount of creatures. So it wouldn't move if moving into one range would remove it from another's range. Very, very instinctual, right? It goes where the food is. On that note, though, before it does any tentacling, you all hear that strange digestive gurgling again. However, this time, instead of ejecting a zombie, you see some of its wounds begin to close up as it digests one of the zombies to revitalize itself. It regains 2d10.
Come on.
It regains 14 hit points. And then tentacles.
I just took those.
Alright, so we have Moss, Vera, and Asim's owl are the three within range of tentacles. So Vera, ooh, nat 1. Owl, a 9.
Hold on,
9.
I'm not sure if that hits or not. Let me check.
It probably doesn't, but we'll double check. 11. And Moss, we saved the most perilous strike for last. Let's see how it goes. Ooh,
I have very few hit points left.
it is a 23 to hit, Mossrot.
Oh god.
Carry on, my wayward friends.
Mossrot, ooh, shit roll though. 6 bludgeoning and 9 poison. Wow, what a shit roll. Alright, so... Oh, you know what? I've just been rolling really high on the other attacks. That was
And
actually a very
that
average
brings-
roll. So, 6 bludgeoning, half down to 3. And so
Well,
3
I got
bludgeoning.
12.
Yeah, and then 9 poison. So I think that was 12 total damage.
Yep.
Okay.
She just goes full iron.
Ha! The corpse flower drags itself towards the immobile form of Mossrot. Vera.
Oh god. First things
real
first,
quick.
I'm going to healing word of Mossrot at 2nd level. So take 8 points of healing, and then I
Hey.
am going to Warhammer it. Never mind, I'm gonna end my turn.
So as soon as Mossrot stands back up, the thing loses interest. You can see it crawling towards her hungrily, kind of like reaching out the tentacles like it was going to try to like drag her into it. But as soon as she pops back up, the thing loses interest and goes back to trying to create corpses. Salazar.
Oh my. Moss is not in a good place.
This is the bad place.
Yeah.
I think as a bonus action first, we'll spin the flaming sphere around up top just to get it away from everybody. And smack it again into the corpse fire.
Nice.
It's another deck save. Ooh. Actually rolled well.
You got a crit on the save.
Nah.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Still 5 fire.
5 fire.
It's not bad for just a constant
No.
bonus action.
No, definitely not.
And then, as an action, we're just
No.
going to fire 3 Scorching Rays into this
No.
thing.
Ooh, nice. 11 does not hit. 18 does. 10 does not.
Ah.
11 fires,
11
not
fire.
nothing to shrug at though.
No.
No, it isn't.
Shoot.
And I think that's going to be...
Ruthie, go get
Okay.
a hobby. Go.
Moss, you are up.
I'm going to scream, or do I?
You would have to rage again.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because when you
Okay,
went
let's
down,
do
yep,
it.
yep. No more flumps.
See what? You don't know. I'm at
You
third
don't know. My hand is hovering over the delete button. Okay, now it's gonna press it.
again. 7 is flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for your enemies. It's gonna be a flower bitch fight. I love it. So I just gave this thing difficult terrain. I'm going to, for everyone, for them but me, I don't have difficult terrain, just it does.
Okay.
And I'm going to stab it.
Stab. 14 hits. For 11.
And then I'm going to nimbly escape.
Nimble escape. Very nice.
Ma'am, you can't do that. Rage is a bonus action.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Tentacles.
I hate to be that person.
No, you're good.
but
You're good. Keeping us honest.
I played with a wild magic barbarian. And he ran into the same problem. So
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't eat you. God, sorry. All right, Moss. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Asim.
Okay, my familiar is going to give me the help action. As he steps up, he is going to cast Shadow Blade.
Shadowblade.
Basically, I need to spit out. I'm just going to make an attack roll with the dagger I have because it'll be the same attack roll,
Okay.
and just adjust damage accordingly.
Ooh, nice hit. Nice hit.
25. That
48.
hits. So that'd be 48.
Ooh, huge. Okay.
We rolled a 1.
Do I need to re-roll that one?
Reroll the 1.
The mouse wasn't sped up yet. Huh. Maybe.
Maybe a D6.
I don't know. It's not.
It's just not re-rolling it for you.
I just frozen where it says. It's just frozen saying rolling the dice. If someone else wants to roll it, feel free.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. That's a D8.
6.
Okay. Awesome.
So it's 21 damage.
There we go. Oh, there's
Oh,
another,
it just did
why?
a whole lot more. Yeah, so it'll be 21. That's probably where I was trying to get something to roll just to get it up there.
Got it.
So it'll be 21
Okay, so
is the
that is a
first
1, so roll it again.
Oh, no. The
It was for the
20.
six.
No. The. Yeah.
The
I just
six
clicked on a
replaced the one.
D6 just. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I did have a D6. It should just be the 15 plus 6, the 21. That should be it. The bottom two are just where I was trying to click stuff to try to get something.
Right,
to roll
I was the
because
first one's a
it's something
D8, not a
that
D6.
Oh, but it is a D8.
Oh, is it D8s? I'm sorry. I thought you were rolling D6. That's my bad. Okay.
No.
My fault. Okay, so 21. Right. This thing is falling apart. Anything else from Asim?
That is it for the time being.
Banth. Can he finish this thing?
I hope so.
Indeed.
Steady aim on my next bow shot with a silver, or I guess silver didn't do anything when I did it. Yeah, just.
15 hits. Banth, your arrow strikes true. You see the creature convulse and begin swaying around, and then begin to deflate, collapsing in on itself. You see
Yay.
shapes. Don't yay yet. You see shapes moving around inside of the deflated form of the corpse flower. Banth, as the one who landed the killing blow, you get to roll the d6.
That means it's your fault.
Oh no.
You see the corpse flower split open. One of the 6 corpses remaining inside remains dead. The other 5 erupt from the corpse to attack.
Awesome. Sorry, guys.
Thanks, man. I used my channel divinity.
Let's get this to the
Nice.
back. We got one more zombie
Love
that needs to
channel
hit the
divinity.
field. Okay. That does bring us technically to the corpse flower's turn, but it is dead, so the zombies will take its place.
Oh no.
Zombies for everyone! Okay, it looks like... Okay, so Vera, you definitely have 2 of them on you. A 5 and an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
2 bludgeoning. Asim, we will send one of them your way for certain. 19 to hit for 2
Okay.
bludgeoning. This
that does
one
it.
has a choice. It goes for Asim. It gets a nat 1, which means Masra, one of them is left to attack you with a 13.
Miss.
Fantastic. Brings us to Vera.
I am going to Thunder Wave the 3
Holy
zombies
shit.
in front of me.
Yeah, okay.
So, with Constitution saving throw or be pushed 15, or is it 15 feet or 10 feet?
I believe it's 10.
It might be 10.
Half damage on success?
Yes, half and not pushed.
Okay, 2 of them
Uh,
succeed.
Then yeah, one takes 7 damage, just push 10 feet away from me.
Got it.
What is the area of effect of this thunder wave?
5 feet radiating from her body. So
Yeah,
it's
15 in front of me. Yeah.
all the squares in front, all the squares surrounding her.
Yeah, basically like right, essentially like here.
Okay.
But yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Salazar.
Salazar is going to run up to here, and I'd like to cast Burning Hands. I'm wondering if I could angle this in a way to catch the 3, but not torch Mossrot.
No, unfortunately, Mossrot is in the line of fire for that.
I mean, you can
So
get in
it'd
my
be
space.
boom. No, we can't cast from somebody's space.
That's fair.
Yeah. You could hold your action and yell at Mossrot to move.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Are you gonna do anything with your flaming spear before you pause, or no?
Yeah, I can swing that around just to get it out of the way. I think it can move 30 feet. Check that. Yes, it can move 30 feet. So I'm actually going to swing it around to hit this one over here.
Okay.
So that'll be a dex save from the Zambi.
It's a 4.
It's going to be 6 fire.
Alright.
The one up top here. And then we'll hold the Burning Hands and yell at Moss to not be there.
Alright, Moss.
I'm going to blow a giant raspberry and stab it.
Stab.
Stab indeed.
21 hits. 5. Okay.
For 5, and then I shall be nimble. And hide behind a scene.
And as soon as Mossrot is out of range, Burning Hands would go off, and that would hit all 3.
All right. So that's going to be a dex save for the 3 of
DC
them. DC 13.
for 6 fire. 2 fails. Alright, so that happened on Mossrot's turn. Mossrot, anything else?
Nope. I actioned and bonused.
Okay. Asim.
My familiar is going to fly into here to do a flyby to give me advantage on this one in front of me.
Sounds good.
And like I said, we're just going to use the dagger to do it because it has the same stats, just roll different damage with that Shadow Blade.
Sounds good.
Okay, look. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
24.
24 hits.
This will be 2d8
Okay.
for 7 damage on it.
Got it.
And then my familiar is going to get up here beside this zombie so that Banth can
Dispatch it.
so Banth has now
Thank you, sir.
close to. Yep.
Alright, Banth.
Alright, so steady aim and short roll.
20 hits. 13 is just enough to drop this thing. Let's see if it gets up. A DC 18 con save. It stays down. Alright. Anything else from Banth?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Here we go. Zombies! Alright. Vera, you have 1 zombie attacking you. 20 to hit for 6 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Salazar, one of them attempts to smack you, nat 1. Asim, you have 2 of them in your face. An 8 and a crit on the second one for 9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
That is all 4 of the remaining zomboids, which brings us to Vera.
I am gonna Warhammer the one that is north of me right here.
Sounds good. 19 hits.
That's gonna do it
Nice.
for bludgeoning.
Okay.
I'm gonna end my turn because I really don't have much left.
Salazar.
We are going to. Actually, I can use this. I normally don't get to. Green Flame Blade
Nice.
to whack the zombie right in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, I need to roll the shillelagh attack.
24 hits.
So 24 to whack the zombie for 5.
Okay.
And then that one next to it is going to get another 3 fire damage.
Which one?
Do the one next
Ooh,
to it.
good choice. It does die.
And then bonus action, we will whack that zombie up there again. The flaming sphere.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw result is predictably low with the 2.
That's another 8 fire.
Oh, down that one goes too.
And
Right.
then
Show
I think
off.
we'll just sit tight.
Moss.
Not to be shown up by the kobold. She's going to run up here and like smash this thing with the glaive.
Nice.
Dang it. And then, obviously, having been shown up by the kobold, she's going to
8
retreat behind.
just hits.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whee!
For 6, alright.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, zombies are very easy to hit. The only thing that's easier to hit are oozes.
And retreating again.
Okay. Asim.
Like she literally holds up Asim's like cloak cape thing and like hides behind it.
Nice.
Time to just do the Shadow Blade again.
Right.
Oh. Oh crap, I forgot that I'm going to do my flyby crap. Since I
Okay.
forgot to say that first, I will say it's a 6 in that case. So that
Okay.
means it'd be a miss.
You can do that at the end of your turn to give Banth the advantage.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Sorry, just got ahead of myself.
Alright. Does bring us to Banth.
Alright.
Okay.
A short bow attack.
12 hits. And drops a zombie.
Jeez, holy crap for the sneak though. And that's me.
Hey, I don't mind.
Final zombie. Vera, 12 to hit.
That's a miss.
Use your turn.
Bonk.
Bonk, successful.
Bonk.
Exactly enough hit points. The final zombie drops, and does it stay dropped? It do!
Yes! I was not successful in cost. Let's go! Wait for a zombie. Oh.
The crowd goes wild. Everyone's on their feet and clapping. Scholars have dropped their notebooks to stand up and applaud your fantastic display of martial and magical prowess. The ringleader enters out into the center of the square, begins clapping and proclaiming that the champions have once again returned and they did not disappoint. You all are victorious, and as such have earned a hefty bounty of 250 gold.
What?
Do we want to just split that as 50 gold apiece?
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
In
Yeah.
addition to that hefty prize pool, you can all level
Don't
up.
pinch me.
Yes!
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Good job, guys.
Go Team Chaos.
Let's go!
Ignore the plot.
I
Just
love-
keep fighting things and buying dinosaurs.
Right? I love how you are all like, yeah, we got this, we made a mistake.
Yeah. Seemed pretty
Ooh.
sketchy at first.
Yeah, and it definitely had the potential to be quite sketch, but y'all did well. Y'all did well. It's one of those things where it's like cascading failures. If Moss had gone down and stayed down, things would have gotten very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things. That's one of the cool things, and also one of the scary things about D&D is like it's very swingy, right? Like as soon as one character goes down and stays down, the odds begin stacking heavily against the party. As long as you can keep everybody up and functional and keep that action economy up, you're usually pretty good.
I won't lie. I don't think I helped that much.
You did some damage.
I missed a lot.
You did some damage and you absorbed some hits, as any good barbarian should.
You kept everyone else from dying. That's
Right?
what we really needed.
Every tentacle that smacked Mossrot in the face is a tentacle that didn't smack someone else in the face.
I'm pretty sure I could have gotten one shot by that thing, too.
Yeah, it was dishing out like upwards of 20 damage on a turn in a good hit.
I've only got
That's true.
21 HP.
Yeah. Its average was like 15 in a single hit, but on a good hit, 20. A crit, you're looking at like 40 plus damage. It could have literally one shot you if it critted you, Salazar.
Oh my god.
And y'all don't want to see what happens if it ingests a fresh corpse, because it's not.
I know.
Pleasant.
I know.
That is an experience that is unpleasant for everyone involved. All right. So, what's everyone doing with your level ups? This is our first level up of the campaign. We started at level 3, and we are now 7 sessions in, finally getting to level 4.
Increasing my wisdom and changing around some spells.
Right? Everybody gets an ASI or a feat. Is anybody taking a feat?
I very likely am.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
I am not.
I need to decide which one. No, I don't. I know what I'm going to take.
What are you gonna take?
Chef.
Oh, nice. Oh, fucking beautiful.
I
Yeah.
don't know yet. I love it.
It just works well. I
Okay,
can
baby
bump
doll.
the wisdom up, which is like exactly what I want. It fits with being the chef kobold.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually is like some nice extra healing on rest.
Yeah, Chef does do healing. I forget that Chef actually does have some pretty strong mechanical
It's
advantages
an extra
too.
D8 every time you do a short rest. So like that does add up.
Indeed. So increase your Constitution or Wisdom score by 1. Cool. So partial ASI. You gain a proficiency with cook's utensils. Part of short rest, you can cook a special food, providing you have ingredients and cook's utensils. Prepare enough food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus your proficiency bonus. Cool. What is your proficiency right now? Are we still at 2?
I think we're. Let me see.
I think it goes up to 3 at
I think
level
we're at 2.
5, right?
I think it's at 5.
Okay. I always forget. Plus 4.
Yes, it is.
4 plus your proficiency bonus. At the end of a short rest, any creatures who eat the food spend 1 more hit dice. Very cool. Cook treats. Wow, that's cool. Temporary hit points.
It's only like 2 temp hit points, but
Still, keep somebody alive. All right. Okay. Anybody else taking a feat? Just 1 feat on level 4. All right. Well, congratulations, everybody.
I'm going to take the skill expert feat.
Skill expert, awesome. Yeah, that's a good
Because I
one.
can
I'm thinking
Yeah,
about it.
round
That's
up
always
one of
great.
mine. I can round up one of my ability scores by 1, which I need to. And I
Mhm.
can also...
ooh, I can
snag
take
something.
Nice.
I was thinking of Sentinel.
Sentinel is a really good one.
Ooh,
Do you have
nice.
Polar Master yet?
No.
With your glaive?
Should I take that first?
Does Glaive work with Polar Master?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no. You can Sentinel and Polar Master is just a really good combo. I don't really think it matters what order you take it in. Just having both of them is very, very strong. It's in fact so strong that it is one that I ban some people from taking because it's abusable. But Ace, you are one of the players that I can trust not to abuse mechanics, so you are fine.
Thank you.
But yes, Sentinel Polearm Master is a very
It's,
abusable feat. Basically, what it does is it stops people from getting close to you and stops them from getting away from you. It's very
Yeah,
dangerous.
It's mean.
Yeah,
It's
that would like so the way that I've seen it broken is that you can take that and extend your range, and if you once you get your to hit high enough, you can essentially create a perimeter around yourself that nobody can get into or get out of.
Right.
Yeah, like the
You
bugbear
can only
I think
do that
is the
to
one
creature.
right.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the only thing to get around it is you can just swarm somebody.
Yeah, swarm somebody. It really lockdowns individual enemies extraordinarily
Yeah.
effectively.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Polar Master is nice because you get the extra bonus action attack. That's the
Okay,
one
sit
thing
down.
that's kind of lacking with barbarians is something to do with bonus action.
Yeah.
Hmm?
But I guess you seem to always have bonus actions from your wild magic and being the goblin.
Yeah, and that was one of the best parts about Tasha's was that barbarians now have a bonus action thing to do besides rage.
Right.
Like flumps.
Flump.
Throw flumps.
Okay. Are you tired?
All right, everybody, let's go ahead and take our break. And when we come back, you all can do some more stuff in Port Nyanzaru. Who knows?
Sounds good.
Who could possibly know what it will be? But it will probably still be in Port Nyanzaru. So we'll be back in 10.
It's gonna be chaotic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, let's change your diaper.
All right, everybody. So we are back. You all have just proven victorious in the arenas once again. This time taking down one of the no-holds-barred matches, providing a little posterity to the scientific and adventuring community here, showing them the proper way to not get eaten by a corpse flower. I'm sure everyone is very, very pleased with this, and you definitely saw many scholars taking notes and writing things down. Who knows, your names and faces may show up in history books somewhere down the line. But for now, your pockets 50 gold pieces heavier each, your reputation continuing to blossom in the city of Port Nyanzaru. What would you all like to do now?
Good question. I was not thinking about that.
A plan? Who's heard of
How
that?
long do we have to wait until we meet with our? What time do we need to meet with the individual we're supposed to meet at the temple?
Whenever you want to.
So go ahead and do it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So heading back across town to the Temple of Savras. Very good, very good. Okay. All right. Okay. Fantastic. All right, everybody. So, your journey from one end of the city to the other, this time, goes by without any major incident. Did you make your way to the Temple of Savras? All right. It is a less flamboyant building than many of the others around here. Slate gray, flat for the most part on most of its surfaces. Brutalist, if you will, in its architectural design. The only notable standout is the monstrous golden eye that is in many places on the facade and directly above the temple. Those of you who are familiar with the gods and goddesses of Faerun would recognize that as the symbol of Savras, the all-seeing eye, and Savras being the god of foresight, divination, and essentially seeing into the future. Right. So, The doors to these kind of temples are always open during the daytime, and so they are right now. However, you do hear raised voices within.
Let me hear what they're saying.
You can make a perception check.
She's gonna go scamper up and put her whole ear against that big old ear against the door.
Okay.
Guidance.
Go ahead and add your guidance.
Alright, let me
Cool.
roll.
Oh,
Never mind.
sorry.
16, don't worry.
I'm sorry.
I thought he was talking to me, not you, don't worry.
It probably was. I got trigger happy.
16 it is then. So, with a 16, you do hear... Come on, grandfather. It's just a simple scrying we're asking for. You don't know the man. What's it to you? And then you hear an elderly man respond, I can sense the contempt within you. You intend to use my scryings to do harm. And then you hear another man, come on, friend. We're all friends here. We'd hate to see something bad happen to your temple here. It's just asking you to do your job, really. Y'all do.
Oh, what spell are you trying to do, Asim?
Oh, I'm not doing a spell. I was putting one in my character sheet.
Oh, you're good.
Interesting.
I was
What's
trying
that?
out something. I'm sorry. I hit
No,
something
you're
wrong.
good. What's that art from? The card that popped up in the chat is new to me. I've never seen that before. Interesting. Just the background is pretty. I wish they would apply it to everything. All right. So, in response, you hear the old man once again. My job is to serve Sovereigns, not to answer to the whims of thugs. You hear the sound of and somebody thudding against hardstone.
Yo, I'm gonna knock that door open. Come on, y'all.
Okay.
So, the door kicks open. 3 thugs surround an old man in white and blue robes. They all whip their heads to the door, expecting to see somebody, and see no one. They look down and spot Mossrot, and begin to laugh. What's this, then? The rest of you enter into the doorway.
They laughed at me.
How could you laugh at her, man?
Of course, I think they look down at everyone except for Asim and Farah.
The trio of small folk. So, seeing the 5 of you now, they kind of do the thing where they throw their hands up and step away from the old man. We were just having a conversation. There's no need for you fine folk to get involved here. Simply asking this man to do his duty to his god and help us find somebody we're looking for.
What do you need,
Whom are you looking
for? No, go ahead, Steve.
Asim just asked who they are looking for.
And what do you need, Sovereign's
And
help?
A criminal, a thief. The one of the other ones, a thin man, greasy hair, steps up. He stole something of great value from the giant folk. He travels with the little dragon folk, man. Not a kobold, not a dragonborn, something else. Something rare. The third one, his name's Artis Simber. We're willing to pay
yet,
great
even
sums
if
if anyone tracks him down for us. You lot look like the adventuring type. Are you looking for a job?
I would like to bite him.
So as
No
he finishes...
one's gonna go after Dragon Bait.
As he finishes saying job, Mossrot hops up and bites him on the ankle. Roll a d6, Mossrot.
Excellent.
Fantastic. He shrieks and kicks with all of his might and cannot dislodge Mossrot. He's like, call off your whatever, get it off of me. The rest of them, they step away and they throw their hands like, hey now. We're not looking for a fight. We'd hate to get the authorities involved here.
Hey, let go, Moth.
The other one is still flailing his leg around and hopping around on one
strongly
leg with Mossrot attached to him.
Well, I strongly suspect you would hate to get the authorities involved, considering you were battering a priest of a god in his own temple. So yes, I do believe you would hate to get the authorities involved.
The thin, greasy hair.
going to, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're good. What does Mossrot do?
She, like, with her 6 hit points, she takes 6 hit points worth of, flesh out of this guy's leg and just hops off.
Fantastic.
Slowly.
Oh my god. He is just looking at you in horror. He looks at his leg and the piece missing and looks at you like, ah. The other three.
I'm a fan of Dragon Bait.
Okay, so, you didn't say that out loud, did you, Mossrot?
Absolutely not.
Okay, okay.
No. She's feral. She's not stupid.
That leads me to a point. Okay. So, the one with the slick back greasy hair looks over you all appraisingly. Says, you know, maybe we shouldn't be getting the authorities involved here. We'll be on our way. Grandfather, thank you for your time. He tips his little hat that many of you would recognize as a style from Neverwinter. Or at least a couple of you may. He tips his hat, gives a nod, says, until next time. And the three of them, bowing graciously and very clearly, like, you know, doing the hands together and the heads down, like, sorry guys, sorry, as they walk out. They close the door to the temple behind themselves.
I whisper for my familiar to try to follow them.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Make a stealth check for your familiar and then a perception check.
I'm let me just dig up its stats right quick.
Oh
So
my
what
god, I can't.
Rolling.
So while we wait for the result of that check,
Plus 3. Is it both perception and stealth?
make the stealth check first, and then I'll let you know what to do after that.
Okay. It's a d20 plus 3, so
So 14?
14.
Okay. You can go and make a perception check. For the owl.
Same thing. It's a d20 plus 3 for the owl.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
20.
Okay. So, remind me when this conversation with the grandfathers at Tembe has ended, and I will let you know what your owl overhears. But for now,
Okay.
grandfather nods towards you all and says, well, thank you all. I doubt they would have done much harm to me, but that was most certainly heading towards violence. I appreciate your intervention. Sovereign thanks you. What brings you here? It's certainly not to simply protect an old man. What can I help you with?
Asim sits down across from this priest and just calmly says, well, we have been sent here from the individuals who we are currently working for. Watamba has gave us word that you and this temple had a message for us, as he has attracted us to attempt to locate some items in the bubble. And our own personal mission is to attempt to end this curse that is afflicting the various lands where it is slowly harming those that have been rejuvenated through magic.
Grandfather Zatimbe nods. He says, yes, Wakanga had told me that travelers seeking the source of the death curse would soon be at my door. My acolytes and I have been seeing troubling things in our projections. He closes his eyes for a moment. I sense no malice. He opens his eyes. Amongst you. Very well. All those who wish to assist in this projection, join me at this table. And he moves across to a large circular stone table with a great golden eye carved into the center of it.
Asim gets beside him and is observing this, seeing if, because he is curious about what sort of spell's going to be cast and all that fun stuff.
Okay. Who else is joining him?
Me.
I'll sit down.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody. Awesome. All right. So, sitting down around this table, becomes very evident that it is not just a simple stone table. Any of you that look upon the slate gray, perfectly polished stonework would begin to see strange things in the reflection. The grandfather is still moving around the table, setting things up, setting up iconography and scrying utensils of various types. But as he does this, anyone who looks at the table would begin to see glimpses of potential futures for themselves. Each of you sees something slightly different, and the vision lasts for only a few seconds before it shifts and changes to another possible outcome of your futures. You all see, one of you may see yourself standing atop a great monolith, the jungle spreading out beneath you, seemingly lord of all you can see. The very next second, you see giant maw of a tyrannosaur closing around you. The next second, you may see yourself walking through a city somewhere far away. Infinite and endless are the different futures that you all are seeing right now, each of you seeing different possibilities that could be confronted with you. After a few moments of viewing this, you would hear Grandfather de Satembe say that he is ready. A brief moment later, he lights some incense and begins a chant to his god. Could each of you please roll a d10?
Okay. Each of us, you said?
Each of you, yes. Seven, 9, 2, 3, and 9. Could I get the 9s to re-roll, please?
Whoa.
Banth and Salazar.
Oof. High rolls all around.
Fantastic. So, a brief moment goes by when nothing happens. Energy begins to waft throughout the table like a fine mist, kind of just floating at the surface. Until all at once, seemingly as this mass rush of power enters into the table, the mist solidifies into a great jungle scene. Grandfather Zatembe opens his eyes and they glow white, the light seeming to wash away all the shadows in the room, and the grandfather speaks. We consult the guides. This voice sounds like dozens of individuals speaking at once through this man. A jungle city, far to the south. Cliffs and crawling snakes. A black obelisk draped in vines. Here you will find the source, the monger of souls, the devourer of life. His voice echoes, and then he collapses onto the ground. The mist fades away, the light returns to normal, and the grandfather slowly begins to pull himself to his feet. Oh,
Uh,
I apologize. I assume I have spoken.
Are you okay?
you have.
He nods. The guides are not gentle with their followers, I'm afraid. But I will be fine. I trust the information the guides have given you will help you on your quest.
I believe so. Do you desire to know what the guides said?
I would be amiss if I said I was not curious, but it is not for me to know unless you wish for me to know it.
The guide said that there was a city far to the south in the jungle, full of snakes, with a black obelisk there, which is where we would find the consumer of life, the monger of souls.
A city to the south.
Yes.
That snake Wakanga. He's been dropping subtleties and hints, visiting the temple more often, asking if we've known or seen anything of a city. A hidden city.
So
I trust
probably-
I have simply confirmed what your friend Wakanga already knows.
Or it could be that you may move from the realm of a maybe to a certainty.
Grandfather Zatembe
Wakanga.
nods.
He wanted us to speak with you first before he said anything else about it, so it makes me suspect that it makes me suspect that until now he did not necessarily have hard knowledge about what was about this city.
Zatembe nods.
Asim is wondering why. I am wondering why serpents was mentioned so much, because it is a jungle and serpents are a common occurrence almost everywhere.
Yeah. At least we have city to the south of the, in the jungle, so that's a start.
Yes. We do at least have a direction, at least, and now we have some information to compare to on our way. Considering the aid that yourself, your guides, and your god have given us, would it be appropriate for us to make an offering of some sort?
He would say that whatever offering you deem appropriate will be accepted graciously, but the assistance you provided him earlier is payment enough if you have nothing else to give.
I think we could leave a couple gold.
Given
Banth will throw him 3 gold.
Okay.
I'll match that.
I've seen put some gold in the coffers there because, and he also tells them the grandfather there. I don't know if those 3 who he ran off, if they're going to be satisfied staying gone or if they will attempt to return at some point.
He would say that his
And then-
acolytes, he will be sure to keep several of his acolytes in the temple from now on, instead of being here by himself.
It's a tough thing whenever individuals of religious faith have to rely upon such corporeal means, but, well, such is the world we live in.
Well, if they do, I'm still hungry.
All right.
Allow me to introduce one of the corporeal means. And he gestures towards Moss.
Barbarian.
Right. Well, he would thank you all for your intervention and say that he's glad that he could be of assistance. Do you all have any other questions for him? Anything else you would like to do here?
I stuck like 10 gold in the coffers. That's the main thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
On the table itself, is it just a focus or is it any sort of spell or what is it precisely?
It is a focus.
Okay. I know it has no mechanical benefit, but I figure Racine might sit there and kind of sketch it out a little bit.
Okay, make a perception check.
I've seen that before. This is bad. I don't think I have the guidance myself beforehand, so let's see what the dice say. I might be willing to take that 17.
You want your 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Begin sketching down the eye, the symbols that surround the table, and as you're sketching, you begin to notice something that wasn't apparently obvious at first. There's etchings in the gold of the eye. The eye itself has been inlaid into the table in gold, and you notice that the gold in the eye has ridges. At first, it just appears like some general texture, but once you focus on it and look at it, you can see that these ridges form a maze. With a 17, you can't determine any details about the maze, but it is most certainly intentional and finely crafted.
Huh.
Is it like the maze that we've been seeing all over the place? The mark of the guy?
Each maze that you've seen has been different.
Oh. Well, that's not helpful.
That is the common theme, though,
curious,
that you have seen mazes in many different places. Each one of them has been different in some way, though. Several of them have been circular, fitting inside of a symbol of Ubtao, but none of them have been identical.
Ubtao, that was it.
Could you... I do have one question. As far as the maze here that's kind of inlaid within the gold work, is there any sort of significance to it?
Do you ask the grandfather this, or are you asking if you would already know?
Yeah. Oh no, Asim is asking the grandfather this.
Okay. He would say that the maze is the symbol of Ubtao. It is the driving spiritual force of all of the Cholton people. Maze symbolizes the journey. The journey everyone must take, and all eventually do, and the end that those journeys symbolize. He says that it holds no significance, and yet more significance than any other symbol in Port Nyanzaru. He is vague, and that seems to be intentional.
Much like all things that have truth at their core.
Well, Asim is so deep. I love it.
Thank him. I do thank him for his time and his efforts and his using his gifts to assist us. I don't know if anyone else has anything they want to do here.
I was probably gonna donate like 5 gold to a temple.
Okay. Okay, so how much gold in total did you all donate?
I think it was 11.
11?
I did 10 gold myself.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
So
I put in 3.
But that's also because it seems background is, if I recall right, I think it gave him the acolyte background.
okay. So 10, 3, what else?
5.
3.
Another 3 from okay, and Moss?
I bit a guy.
Nice.
That was my
An
contribution.
offering of flesh.
So
Drop
each
some
gate-
chicken bones.
All right. So
Our
okay.
last flump.
Wow. Grandfather Zatimbe thanks you for your generous donation. And
Welcome.
once again, thanks you all for the assistance that you've provided. He extends both of his hands and lets his head down and whispers some arcane words and says, Sovereign will be with you. Let's have a seam, and somebody said they donated 6 gold, right?
I said 5.
5, okay. So let's get a seam and, that's actually quite fitting, the Acolyte and the Cleric, to roll d20s. A seam
Okay.
and Vera.
Just flat d20.
Flat d20s. These are portent dice.
Oh.
You may replace
Oh.
any roll for the foreseeable future. You have them. Once you've used one of them, they are gone. You can replace one roll with a 14 and one roll with an 18. Somebody mark those down somewhere, so remember that you have them. You only get to use them once each, but you can replace any roll of a d20 with these rolls.
Nice.
That is huge.
That is huge.
So wait, is it just for like this session or like at any point?
Until you use them.
Okay.
Sovereign's blessings. So where to now?
Back to Atembe probably?
Back to Wakanga?
Oh yeah, we're
I like how his name has been said like 3 times today, and nobody's gotten it right yet.
Oh god,
The
no.
only reason I remember it is because it sounds like Wakanda. So
Yeah.
I think Shikaka, and I instantly get Jim Carrey with the frickin' devil horns. Shikaka. God, fucking underrated movies. All right. Okay. So back to Wakanga then.
Yes.
Okay. So, when you arrive back at the Merchant Prince's mansion, you do find Wakanga. He is sitting in his central room. He has tea and all kinds of things spread out in front of him. Welcome back, welcome back. I heard you all had quite the adventure in the arenas. Your reputation grows. Oh, before we get back into this, Asim, your owl, and the things that it overheard. Those 3
Yes.
thugs did stop about a block away, ducked down an alley, and began a conversation. One of them bandaging his wounded leg, while the other 2 discuss what just happened. Your owl overhears them conversing, and the number 1 thing is, do you think they know Artis? You saw how that goblin attacked us once we mentioned him, and they immediately shake their head and say, no. They're just, and the goblin was just feral. No way they know Artis. You go on like that for a minute. It is clear that they don't suspect you, and they did not pick up on the fact that you had encountered Artis and Dragonbait before. However, they do mention, what was you got a 17 on that roll, right? The perception roll
On
from
the
earlier?
perception,
15.
it was a 20 when you. It's
Oh,
20
okay.
when you added the modifier to it.
Got it. Okay, so with the 20, they would begin whispering to each other, kind of looking around. They intend to have you tailed.
Mhm.
Make let's see. Judging by, I think it's safe to say that judging by the way that they were talking, what you know so far, you are confident these are Zentarum agents.
Well, I will wait until we are at the merchant at Wakonga's home, because I figure the wizard merchant prince is probably going to have it the best warded.
Yeah. That is a safe assumption to make.
And then relay this information to the rest of my party and to the patron as well.
Fantastic. Okay. So,
Because he might want to know that these folks are lurking about his city.
yeah, Wakongo would wave it off and say, Zents are always wandering around here looking for trouble. Now, keep your eyes out for them. But for now, what did Zatembe have to tell you?
What Zatembe had to said is he did go into a receptive state for the visions his guides and God grant him.
His eyes did the thing.
They did the thing.
They did. Very good.
Went entirely white.
A true premonition, then.
Yes. He also, what he stated during it is that there is a city in the south of the jungle with a black obelisk there filled with snakes.
Not a good time.
And that is where the devourer of life, the mongerer of souls, will be located at. The source of this curse.
All right.
However, he also said that it seems as if he already had information about this, and that this may have just been him confirming something that you suspected, at least.
Wakonga smiles. Says, "The awakening of Omu." Yes, Wakonga. Zatembe was not wrong. I have had my suspicions. My little birds have been singing. My spies have been reporting back, and so many of them are speaking about a city, long since lost deep in the jungle. Dark magics emanating from it like never before seen. A lost city, hidden somewhere in the central basin. The rumors began shortly after this plight began and have continued to grow in number, frequency, and in validity since. If Zatembe has seen a city to the south that can be only Omu, it is the jewel of Chult, lost for hundreds of years. Terrible tragedy, prince and a princess, and an evil king. True thing of stories. So little is known of Omu, but if the curse seems to be spreading from there, well, we finally have a reason to venture into the jungle to find it. He splays out his map of Chult. Prepare to load.
Oh my.
Loading.
So where do you want us going exactly within this?
He
place?
says no one knows its exact location, only that it lies within the central basin of Chult, of the peninsula. The central
That's
basin comprises this entire area.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's not
that's
really
a
how-
lot of hexagons.
Though I suppose on one hand it has eliminated a considerable amount of area.
I mean, why wouldn't it be
And
down
left us a
here?
considerable amount.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, we
Should
knew
we just
whenever
pick a hexagon?
Well,
So-
we're
Maybe
going
we
to
should-
have to
Question.
travel through many of these to actually get there.
Question. I may have asked
Possible
this
answers.
before, but what is Mabala?
Oh, no.
Mbala. Mbala. It is, many would say, a cursed place. He says that it was once a prosperous village, but one by one, the denizens of said village began to vanish. No one quite knows what happened to them, but soon there was no one left in the village. Stand by.
Is there any
Well-
place on this continent that isn't cursed?
Cursed, haunted.
Infested with
Filled
undead,
with undead.
teeming with deadly dinosaurs. No, it's a quite terrible place, thank you.
Oh my. I was gonna
Anybody
suggest maybe
else
we
miss
go to
playroom?
Mbala. That can be like our camp that we leave from.
I mean, I was gonna say maybe we start going down the river and then get to Camp Righteous and then maybe see where we go from
Camp
there.
Righteous is dead. It's destroyed.
Oh yeah, right.
Camp Vengeance.
I was not here.
Camp Vengeance is not. Camp Vengeance is an active outpost for the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
we get information on Curse Abal?
Kir Sabal, yes. Mm,
That
Kir
also appears to be near a river.
Sabal is also a known location, a known place. It is an ancient monastery. Mm,
Nothing bad ever goes. Nothing
it is
ever goes wrong
home
with
to the
river.
Aarakocra.
Oh.
Oh,
In
not
fact,
bad.
Zatembe says that that could be a valuable source of information. The bird folk, while reclusive, are reasonable folk and could potentially, I mean, they fly everywhere, right? They very well could lead you to where you need to go, or at least provide you with some clues. He also says
sweet.
that there is a place called Orlunga. I'm sorry, let me make sure I'm getting this name right. The naming things in here are odd. There's Bala.
Alright.
Stand by.
So we could do whatever is Port Castaglia or then go down maybe to Kirsabal from there. Maybe?
That has potential.
Because if we need supplies, we can head to the port and see if they have anything. I mean, I doubt we're gonna be able to get to Mesro on that, way down, but possibility.
Well, what
What's up?
I'm gonna suggest is we hit over here where Vorn is to kind of clear up that debt we took on, and also
Okay.
make a little bit of
Yes.
money to fund this.
He would also say that if it is guidance that you all seek, there is a place nearby Camp Vengeance and, coincidentally, near Vorn, near the last known location of Vorn. A temple by the name of Orlunga. There is an oracle there. An oracle known to serve Ubtao. The location, the exact location, is unknown, as few have returned, and those that have not been very vocal about their discovery. But if you could find Orlunga, the oracle there may be able to give you more precise directions.
Yeah. So then we can head down to Camp Vengeance and then see where we can go from there.
I wouldn't mind stopping by Camp Righteous just to see if there's anything worth salvaging either, since we're already going to be that way.
Yeah.
Wakanga would say that the Order of the Gauntlet left in a hurry and pay a hefty bounty to anyone who can recover the goods, the equipment they left behind there.
Ho ho.
So
And-
that might be worth doing as well.
He says that
Long term?
Uralunga is somewhere in here.
So then, yeah, so Camp Righteous, make a pit stop toward Vengeance to pick up the bounty, and then go into that box near the Mistcliff Mountains to see if we can find our Oracle.
And then grab Vorn on the way back.
Yeah.
What I'd like to
Well,
do,
we-
since we've got to cover a lot of ground, is I think it
Yes.
would benefit us to buy a boat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But that's going to cost
Boat.
money.
Where are you?
Well, boat, canoe, something.
Yeah.
Wakanga
canoe.
would also say that you need to find a guide. Venturing that deep into the
Yes.
jungle without someone who knows the area and knows how to survive is a death sentence.
Perilous, yes.
Oh, we've been fine.
Don't we get a free guide for a certain amount of days?
30 days, indeed. Your guide is paid for 30 days by Kaya's House of Repose. You just have to select which one you'd like.
Mhm.
Can we also get another connection for some of the best guides in the city?
So said a Zentarum
we
agent
have-
who is then hung for sabotage.
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
mind.
We may have met the guides. They may be the people
I'm-
we just talked to.
I bet Wakanga could tell us who to hire.
Yeah.
Wakanga
I
could
recall that he said
indeed.
that. I also recall that he had said at our meeting that there's a specific, like, guild
Joe
house
Ball.
for
Joe
certain
Ball is the
merchants
merchant
who's kind of
prince.
in charge of the guides. Yes.
Joe Ball is the merchant prince in charge of the guides, and he is the official recruiter and distributor of their services. Wakanga is a good friend of Jabal's. He would be more than happy to introduce you.
Awesome. Ruthie, no.
Okay. Jeez.
She's about to climb onto a pile of kittens.
Ah!
I'll just
Yeah,
never get
kittens.
the image of that's just someone yelling at Mossrot. No, don't touch that. It's very expensive.
Get that out of your mouth.
Merchant Prince. City denizens. There we are.
So supply up, find a guide, and then head for Camp Righteous. Is that our move?
So Wakanga would say that he can arrange a meeting with Joe Ball immediately. He's close by.
Okay.
No time like
That
the
would
present, unless anybody has anything else they want to
appreciated.
go address first.
No, this is great.
Yeah. Good plan.
All right. So, Jabal, Wakanga would let you know that Jabal made his fortune as a wilderness guide himself, working for various adventures, and after one massive windfall during which he discovered the site of the city of Mesro, or more uncovered it from ruins, he made a handsome fortune, which immediately propelled him into one of the 7 richest people in Schultz, thus earning him a place on the Merchant Prince Council. All right. Let's see. So, Jabal. Jabal's palace is almost as resplendent as Wakanga's. Jabal's definitely has a much more utilitarian aspect to it. So, when you all meet with Jabal, he would inform you all that there are currently several guides available in the city. He has dossiers on all of them. He would say that the team Kawasha and Kopwele are currently in the city, as is Salida, as is another team, Ferul and Gondolo. Hugh Hackenstone, and another guy by the name of Azaka. He is more than happy to hand over their dossiers to you all. Each of these are currently in the city and can be found easily enough once you decide which one you would like to go with. But for now, I'm going to show you essentially their resumes.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Hell yeah.
This is Kuwasha and Capuele. Kuwasha is a druid and a member of the Emerald Enclave. He seeks to rid Chult, his homeland, of the undead menace that threatens to eradicate all of life. His Veggie Pygmy companion is well versed in the local flora and fauna. Chult is their home, and they can guide you as no others can, as it is their home. Their fee is the standard 5 gold pieces a day, but it is negotiable if you are willing to fight the undead along your way, any undead you might encounter. He would be willing to negotiate his fee under that simple agreement. Kuwasha and Capuele have a special bond to the Chwingas of Chult.
Oh, cool. I love Chwingas.
Now, we have Azaka,
Veggie pygmy.
a veggie pygmy.
That's
Next we
interesting.
have Azaka. You need a guide to get you through the jungle alive. Look no further than Azaka. She was born in the jungle, and she knows its dangers and how best to avoid them all. You feel confident that your party would be in safe hands with Azaka. She charges the same amount as normal. However, she is seeking adventurers to help her in her own personal quest, and is willing to waive the fee if you all agree to help her and take her to Firefinger. It is a known nest of terrafolk, essentially dinosaur people, winged dinosaur people, pterodons, if you will.
Interesting.
We kind of have enough quests at the moment. Maybe the negotiable price while killing undead, since we're going to do that anyway. But
Well,
I mean,
there's-
it's up to
There's a few more. Let's get through all of them.
We
Oh, okay. I thought there were only 2. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's many.
yeah.
There are, I think, 3 more.
Okay.
There are
Sorry.
3 more. So for Rule and Gondolo,
Yeah.
they would say, why pay for one guide when you can have 2 for the same price? They have smarts, they have many goods at their disposal, equipment galore, and their very own Triceratops. Treasures abound. When they are done leading you to the ancient sites and sacred places that they already know of, you'll be swimming in golden magic. All other guides will lead you in circles and make you do all the work, but don't be fooled when you return to Port Nyanzaru. If you go with Ferrul and Gondolo, you will have many tales and many fortunes to last a lifetime. Their price is standard.
They sound like used car salesmen.
They have a Triceratops,
Yeah, they do.
which they would point out handily at any opportunity.
They sound like the guys from Road to El Dorado.
You're not wrong.
Do we see how do they look like? I don't see their.
Oh,
head.
right, sorry. Yeah, here. There they are. For
Oh,
Rule and
definitely we're not
Gondolo,
hiring these guys.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
their Triceratops looks very disappointed.
If this was like day 1, just got to the jungle, I'd have been down.
Yeah.
But the dinosaur appeal has really worn off. We've got higher goals now. We're trying to get our own.
Twingas. Like.
Yeah, Chwingas. That one's.
All right,
speaking
there
for-
is still one more, and then you all can discuss. Let's see. Okay, Hugh Hackenstone is in town.
Excuse me?
I got a
Hugh
good feeling about this one.
Hackenstone. Hugh Hackenstone has stood atop every mountain in Chult. He knows every gorge and every crevice, every plateau and every trail. His memory is an iron trap. He forgets nothing. Trust a dwarf, he always says, because a dwarf will never steer you wrong. He is fearless. There is no dragon, beast, or undead horror that scares him. If you want a guide who runs away at the first sight of danger, no. You want a dwarf. And he is the toughest dwarf
Oh my
around.
God.
A red dragon bit off his arm, and yet he still stands.
What the hell?
It takes more than a dragon to stop Hugh Hackenstone. His price is standard.
No.
That's my guy.
Finally,
Yeah.
there is one.
He went up to a red dragon.
And
There
he's
is-
too poor.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. There is one final guide. Jobal would say that this notice came in just now, actually. Whilst you all were going over the resumes, this one was hand-delivered. The guide Salida has just arrived in town as well. Salida has led many expeditions throughout the wilds of Chult. She knows its secret trails that appear on no map. She says hire others at her own peril. She says that Azaka and Eku have led expeditions in the jungle that have never returned. Ferul and Gondolo, she claims, are charlatans, plain and simple. And old Hugh suffers from mad monkey fever. She's quite sure of this, that he is quite mad. She goes on about a couple of the other guides, and saying that none other are as capable as her. Her prices are standard, and she says that she hopes you choose wisely.
I actually like her a lot. She talks.
Yeah.
So, that is all the guides that you have available to you. Salida,
What do y'all think?
Hugh Hackenstone, Ferul and Gondolo, Azaka, and Kawasha and Kupwele.
Oh god, I'm down to question Quapele and then Salida. Those are my
I'm a
two.
huge Hugh fan, but
I'm a
good
huge
with
Hugh fan.
Salida as well.
Gonna stand Hugh here.
Salida.
I'm thinking
Maybe.
Kawash and Kupale.
Kupale.
I am torn between the druid and
Am I not enough druid for you?
No, you're not.
Oh, you're a druid?
You're not a
this one might actually have skill with animal handling and nature.
Yeah, Sal, you're a big druid, man.
No. Oh, you're a chef with a wildfire spirit. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He
And
just
no one
decided
has
to be a
ever
chef
gone
with
hungry.
a druid skin, man.
See,
Diet druid.
I actually saw this type of bird that like will take burning sticks and drop them to burn other stuff out. And I'm sitting here thinking, this is what Salazar saw, and he decided this is what being a druid means. You just set shit on fire.
Oh, man. Not Mama's soul machine. Take it away.
He saw a TikTok one day of a bird setting a fire up, and then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a druid.
Mhm.
Oh, I can do that.
I can do that.
I can train birds.
Whew.
All right.
So
So we're gonna go ahead and throw the axe at Ferul and Gondolo. You're not gonna go with them,
No.
right? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead
No.
and take them out of the running. So that leaves
I'm gonna keep their
Salida.
resume though, just in
Yeah.
case we don't like somebody and need to make a recommendation.
I just don't think we'll have time for the Petra folks, so that's why I don't think we're gonna do Azaka.
Okay, so Azaka's out.
Hugh is out of his fucking mind. Sorry.
Yes, I
love him. So Hugh's out.
Hugh is unfortunately too crazy and too fixated on his obsession with a dragon.
Look at that face.
Have you met our party?
Look at that.
Man.
He's been
Mothra's
through
like,
some
"Don't we
shit."
already have it?" Wait. What if he mistakes our kobold for a red dragon and tries to murder
Exactly.
him? Hard pass.
All right. So, Salida, the hyper-confident native of Chult, who seems to know a lot about the others, and is convinced that they are the wrong choice.
Oh yeah, you know, she has
Honestly-
mentioned the fact that she knows a lot about Chult, though.
Oh yeah.
I won't lie though, Kawasha and Kupali, they do have an impressive resume, and
They
he will
do.
cut the price down if we help him kill Dead, which we're gonna do anyway.
Well, we're
Yeah,
not paying
but
for them anyway.
Twingas.
Well,
Twingas.
30
And
30
Twingas.
days. Remember how long 30 days takes? Or how
Yeah.
quickly 30 days goes by, I should say.
Sure.
I honestly, as much as I like Salida's talking shit, I do feel like Quasha is probably more, like she did more tearing people down in her resume than he just gave his qualifications, which is
Yeah,
a
on
A+.
the resume app.
You
Yeah,
know
she's
what?
just a bitch.
I'm on
Yeah.
board for the veggie pygmy.
Yes.
I want to know what that is.
Look at that thing. It looks like a voodoo doll.
Is that a Schwinga without a mask?
No, that is a veggie pygmy.
Oh, okay.
Here.
It looks like that guy, that creature from Abe's Odyssey, that PS2 game or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Oh
does.
my god! That is. Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. That is 100% canon now. He's Abe.
Yep. He's Abe.
His name is Abe.
His name is Abe. All right.
How did we? This is a throwback. Oh
What are
my
they called? They're
god.
called
Balu's just
Mooncon.
his stage name. Abe was too boring for his resume.
Oh my god. I gotta put a picture in the chat because oh my god, this is exactly it. Like this is it.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the flump for now. We'll bring him back if we need him later.
Lump bums.
So
Ruthie, I don't know what
Kawasha
you're doing, but I
and
don't like the sound of it. Go find your kid. He's doing something in the kitchen.
okay.
Oh my god, that is really him.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
All right, he's Abe.
Okay. Alright, let's get you on back onto Port 9 Zaru. And once you have made your selection, Jobal would happily lead you all.
Wait. I have one quick question.
Uh-huh.
Is our guide going to think I'm an undead?
You know, I didn't think about that.
Haha.
Wait, would he have to recognize you as undead first before he can really make that determination?
You made a bad choice. All gone, baby.
Did we mess up?
Roll initiative, no. So,
If everybody else returns and the scene doesn't, we know that at least at some level there was a mess up.
right. Okay. So,
Schwingas.
Jobal does lead you through the city towards Malar's Throat. Malar's Throat is... Y'all haven't been to Malar's Throat yet. Alright, cool.
No.
So, he leads you out through one of the gates into the first area that is quite clearly poverty-stricken. There are priests of the Temple of Sune and others walking around in here doing what they can to relieve the hardships of these people, but Malar's Throat is definitely in trouble. Stand by. Jeez, there's so many tabs to go through. There's just so much info on the city and the jungle. It's like so hard to keep everything in order. Alright, so... Fort 9 Zaru. There we go. So, the defining feature of Malar's Throat is that most of it is built into cliff faces. Malar's Throat is essentially a large valley. On both sides there are cliffs, and only a few structures are at the base. Those that are on the base are lifted on stilts. This valley regularly floods. And you can see that much of the water is diverted into Chult for various reasons. I mean, into Port 9 Zaru for various reasons, but it does flood the entire bottom section of this area quite regularly. The Temple of Timora is also out here in Malar's Throat. This is essentially a slum district. Two sheer, jungle-draped ridges flanking a deep ravine. The buildings that cling to the sides are ramshackle, and many of them seem to be on the verge of falling down. Jabal directs you all to the Temple of Timora, where he says that Kawasha and Kupalwe like to do what they can to alleviate the plight of the poor when they're in town. providing good berries, create food and water for drinkable water, various things that the druids are capable of doing to help people. Jabal would also inform you that Kawasha is a member of the Emerald Enclave. Card-carrying member. He is full-blown with it. The Emerald Enclave, for those that aren't familiar, is essentially the guild of druids and rangers of the Sword Coast. Yep. An organization of druids and other nature worshippers, caretakers of the wilds and all things natural.
Put it down, baby.
So, Jabal would lead you to these two, and they would look upon you and then stand up, seeing you traveling with Jabal, and Kawasha would lean over. Weed. It appears we may have a job. And the little Vegapygmy pops his head up, looks around, and waddles over to Kawasha's side. What language is okay? It looks up and lets out a string of strange, like, almost like clicking sounds. It sounds like weeds snapping against each other. And Kawasha looks down, says, "Yes, these are the ones that we've heard of. He looks up. Defeated a corpse flower in the arenas, did you? It's no small feat. Very impressive."
Yeah, that's us.
Corpse flower is a strange creature.
Like a mule.
They do indeed. They are an interesting dilemma that I face in the wild from time to time. For they feed upon the undead, using them to nourish their lives, but they also create them, which I simply cannot abide. It was a struggle the first time I was forced to put one down, but it was necessary. Weighing the life of a plant as glorious and unique as it versus its ability to simply create the undead was difficult. So,
But we're here for a job with you.
of course, my fees are standard, 5 gold a day for 30 days, and I do require 30 days up front before we leave.
Well, we're heading down the river. We're gonna see if we can find Camp Righteous down there.
When you say that, a woman sitting nearby, armored, full plate. She looks, now that you see this, she looks so out of place. Full, shining plate mail. She stands up. It makes a loud clatter. Tall woman, standing at about 6'9", almost 7 feet tall.
Oh.
She comes stomping over. You see that she's a half-orc, with a symbol of the Order of the Gauntlet emblazoned on her chest, on her shiny, brand new plate armor. She says, "I apologize. I couldn't help but overhear. You say that you are going to Camp Vengeance."
Man, you were like 2 feet
At
taller
least
than me.
at least down towards that direction.
"I am the
Things
newest
go
recruit for
according-
the Order of the Gauntlet. It is my duty to make my way down to Camp Vengeance. If I could accompany you all, I promise you that you will have my sword in aid, and I will not be any burden upon you. I may be able
You
to
may.
smooth the wheels when we arrive at Camp Vengeance as well. They are quite wary of outsiders from what I hear, and being accompanied by one of their own knights would certainly help with your entrance."
Wouldn't you have to talk to your higher-ups about leaving your post?
"My post is Camp Vengeance, ma'am. I am trying to get
Oh.
there."
Alright.
I will say you may want to reconsider the heaviness of the armor that you're wearing.
She
considering
looks-
The jungle environs here are not friendly towards it.
She loudly looks down at herself. "But this was
I
a
loudly
gift
look
from the
down, too.
highest priest of our order back in Neverwinter."
You're not in Neverwinter anymore.
And I'm wearing this because it's comfy, and also because I don't want to get stabbed by people. And I point at my chainmail.
Perhaps I could shed some of the unnecessary weight, at least until we arrive at the camp. That is, if I may accompany you.
I have no. First thing first. I'm going to guidance myself and then do an check.
Insight check, okay.
Not good, but that's just why I guidance myself.
14.
So
okay.
14, not terrible.
She seems quite genuine.
Okay.
Is she wearing a backpack or anything like that?
No. Her armor and a big old fucking sword's all she's got.
Mosrot would like to climb up the armor to sit on her shoulder.
She looks over towards you. Greetings!
Tower!
Indeed. She looks up. You know, this is actually a technique employed by many of the Patiri goblins.
Mosrot's here for it. He's like, she's coming! Both hands rose up over her head. What's the matter? Come here, you goblin.
What did they
I
actually...
see
Do you have anything besides a big sword? You know you need quite a bit more to make it through the jungle.
I apologize. I'm not familiar with the ways of this place yet. It is my true hope to learn. Is there more that I should be bringing? I have come quite prepared with gold and other things. I'm just not quite sure what to buy.
I mean, if you can help us get a boat.
Water catcher. You're gonna need some incense.
Food.
Mosrot's already like rubbing the salve, the gourd salve, all over her face.
I mean,
Not my laptop.
a somewhat more rational approach to what our goblin friend is saying. A person either needs certain instances off the insects due to some of the atypical ailments that the insects produce here.
Pop it.
She nods.
Water is always needed, like in any trail, but you can also purchase what is known as a water catcher to help replenish as often as storms come through here.
She nods. This is very good. I am very fortunate to have stumbled across all of you. Torm is truly watching over us.
No, ma'am. Stop it.
So with that, Kawasha says, very well. We shall prepare. Do we intend to tackle the jungle on foot? For I would most certainly recommend we take the river south if Camp Vengeance is our first destination. We'll cut our travel time in half and be far easier to navigate.
Yeah, river.
The issue is we don't have a boat.
yeah, we would have to buy the boat.
Well, if you can afford my fees, then you can certainly afford a canoe. They sell them in both the red market and at the bazaar. However, I would most certainly recommend purchasing from the red market, as the items sold in the bazaar may look fantastic, but they are not as functional as one would hope.
Which begs the question, how much is the canoe from the red market?
Canoe!
50 gold.
Yeah, I have. Everyone has access to the buying a special item one. So insect repellent canoes, rain catchers, Taj, special weapons, all kinds of stuff is in there.
Where is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's at the top of your journal.
Oh, buying a special item.
Yeah.
Okay, I just see that, yeah.
Canoes are 50 gold. They
And
can
we have
each fit.
680.
You would need 2 of them.
Okay.
I mean,
Do
we've
we
got
wanna
the
do
gold
it?
in the party fund.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Do you want me to take 100 gold out of there and add 2 canoes?
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
And then,
Now,
do you want to
I'm gonna regret bringing this up, but what do we do with the canoes when we don't want to be on the river anymore?
Kawasha would very much have the what to do in that situation.
Oh, I would guess give it to Camp Vengeance if possible.
Oh no.
Probably.
Kawasha would
Oh.
say that you never part with your canoe. You can, at least not unless you have to. He would say that in most cases you would, if you were at Camp Vengeance, then you would simply, like you mentioned, park it there until you returned. However, if you were to make landfall somewhere where it is not civilized, he recommends dragging the canoes about 20 to 30 meters up onto the banks and then hiding them.
Huh.
So that they're not
hoping they're
not
still there?
stolen. That's why you pull them away from the banks. 20, 30 meters up from the banks. No one's going to go searching that deep into the jungle for a pair of canoes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Understood.
I'm probably gonna do at least like 5 gourds of the insect repellent just so that we have it.
Yeah, everybody stock up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what's the weight of those insect repellent?
So let's put you all back on to the main map so that Kawasha can help you all. He has a very crude map compared to yours, but he does have a map that he can help you all out with. I'm assuming you haven't shown him your map yet.
No.
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 Okay. Your fancy special map specialist. Now, so what is your plan of attack?
Our first thought is, as we travel down here, stop at Camp Righteous to see what is there.
Okay.
Gather up stuff if needed, bring down to Camp Vengeance, and then for anything we recover from there.
Okay. So, Kawasha
From
would
Camp
inform you that the
Vengeance,
journey to
yeah.
Camp Vengeance would be about 6 days on the river. To Camp Righteous, that is. Another
Okay.
2 days on the river to Camp Vengeance.
Okay.
I'm
How many of those?
I take it
Go ahead.
take it given the hour of the day, it's probably going to be the following day before the party heads out.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say I bought 5 insect repellents, so I don't know how much else we have in the party at least, but
I've got a ton of the incense that you burn.
Yeah. I have 10 blocks of the incense, and I have 3 vials of the anti-insect salve.
oh yeah, I have 5 gourds of the insect repellent for my bag.
Okay.
So we have a bunch of incense, a bunch of gourds. How many ring catchers do we have?
I have one.
2, I believe.
I have one.
So 3. Do we need anything else besides the 3 ring catchers, the bunch of insect repellent, and the 2 canoes?
I don't think so.
I mean, food.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got some rations.
Yeah,
We can
Kawasha would
do
definitely
some
recommend
hunting-
rations.
Hunting, gathering, and stuff, but
Is it
bring
10
in-
rations to 1 gold? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Checking. Rations. Here we go. Rations. 1 day's worth of rations is 5 silver.
Okay.
So,
I'll do another 5 more gold for 10 rations. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
Now, it does state that on the gourd or vial of salve, it has 20 applications of the grease. One application protects for 24 hours and does not wash off in rain.
Nice.
So,
I have got 4 gourds of salve.
Was
okay.
the
5 pieces of pocket bacon.
real quick before I forget? Was this purple blotch put here for a reason?
Ace
Not that
wanted
I
to go
know
there.
of?
I think it was just a rough estimate of where to
I
go.
said
for the
that's where
city.
I think the hidden city is. That is my
Ah,
guess right there.
okay, cool. I'll leave it there then.
Now, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be feasible for Asim to find anyone where he could attempt to record the alarm spell as a ritual in his Book of Shadows? Because that might be handy out in the jungle.
Yes. Yes. Wakanga would certainly have that available for you.
Okay.
Okay. Any other shopping? Anything else? Kawasha and Weed, as Kawasha calls him. Kawasha during this time would have told you all that Kupalwe,
Ruthie.
that Kupalwe's name technically means in Cholton walking weed, and so Kawashim calls him Weed. Well, all right, everyone. So, rest of your evening. What would you all like to do as far as preparations? As soon as you're ready, we will go ahead and move on to the following day.
I'm gonna have to. I got 45 gold, so I'm going to have probably easier for me to tap into party funds to grab that alarm spell.
Yeah, that's a very worthwhile spell to have.
Yeah,
Okay.
but since it's level 1, I'll just need 50 gold from there, so that's not too bad.
No. Take whatever you need from that. That's going to be very, very good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Uh-huh.
If I were to want to try to put together some kind of, like, hunting kit or, like, traps so we could try to gather food when we camp at night.
Kawasha would frown upon any trap that would injure an animal unnecessarily.
We're going to have issues.
He says that as far as, well, it depends. Let me check that real quick. That was just me talking. It felt right for Kawasha, but now that I think about it, living here, I don't think people that would live that long with that kind of sentimentality.
You gotta
I
eat.
could see it.
Okay,
I could see
yeah,
it
yeah,
possibly,
yeah.
I could see it possibly being a.
Kawasha is a master hunter and trapper, it says here.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll let him take care of
However,
the...
yeah.
So yeah, my assumption was incorrect.
I could see him being opposed to, like, hunting for sport. But...
Right, very much. That's definitely the vibe that I got from him too. But hunting for sport is very different than hunting to survive, and I think Kawasha understands that.
Well, that was the only thing I was thinking of, is just long-term food. Because you can only carry so much.
Right. Well, all right, everybody. With that, we will move on to the following morning. bright and early, the sun rising up over the multicolored and stained glass buildings of Chult, sending rainbow colors dancing around everywhere. You all gather near the outside of the city, beginning to stock up, beginning to gather all of your supplies into your canoe. And of course, this is where we will pick up next week, where you all will officially venture into the jungle for the first time.